So for me, I'm challenging myself this week to really be more present, for them because they need me to. It doesn't matter that I work 10 hours. It doesn't matter that I'm tired. It doesn't matter. They hadn't seen me all day.
Yeah, the thing we learned with this the hard way was like this is like eating an elephant, right? So one small bite at a time.
Mhm.
So don't do too much starting off, and
No, you won't stick to it.
don't set a crazy goal for like in a month either. And it's crazy because everybody we talk to, like we talk to a lot of people, friends of ours, everybody is frustrated with what's going on. Everybody is annoyed. Everybody can tell you all the reasons
But
why,
nobody's
how we
doing
got
anything
here.
about it.
But you go, okay, what do we do about it?
Nobody knows. We have to be the
Yeah.
change we wish to see in the world. We have to be that. If it's
Yeah.
not us, who is it gonna be?
Welcome to the Strongpoint, where we're realigning our lives and creating a space for others doing the same. We're not here to mentor or preach. We're here to lock shields with people who still believe in strength, truth, and legacy. Let's get to work. What is the strong point? Is it a mindset? Is it a movement? Maybe a community? Maybe it's just a bunch of challenges. Today, we really want to unpack what the heartbeat of the strong point is, and we want to make sure that everybody understands what it's not
Yes.
as well. Um, my name is Rion, and this is Danielle, my wife. We're your hosts, and whether you're new or you're considering joining, I think this will give you a little bit more clarity. I think this is what this episode is really about: is the clarity of what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
One more time, I wanna just tell you that the way we came up with the strong point, the word itself was, it's a military term for a fallback or a position of defense or somewhere where you can reset, realign, re-strategize. Um, and like we said in the last episode, I think with the world as broken as it is, everybody needs to maybe take a couple steps back into a place where they go, "Hey, we need to redefine who we are, what we stand for, and then what direction we're going in from here on
Absolutely.
out," right?
This is definitely not a cult. This is no Jim Jones drinking the Kool-Aid type thing. This is not any of that. This is more than that. This is a community of like-minded or not like-minded people that want to come together and just be a part of something bigger than themselves and that want to lay the foundation for their families and generations to come and that want to get back to who we are, who we were, and just who we are going to become. So no cults here, none of that allowed.
Yeah. I don't it's also not a program.
It's not a
It's not a
program. It's not a
system.
system. It's not a hype. And it's definitely not a do these 5 things and succeed type thing. Like, if I could do that or any of that work, it would have been done.
No, I think it's more thoughtful. I think it's
Yes.
what we're trying to do is connect a lot of people who wanna find maybe rediscover their purpose
Yeah.
and rediscover who they are, and then connect everybody so
Mhm.
that we can do it as a village, as a community, as a group, instead of trying to figure it out by ourselves. I think we've done that, right? The
Yeah.
last decade, the last 10 years, everybody's like for themselves, try to figure it out. I don't think we've succeeded
No.
massively. I think we're being
We're
pretty
massively failing.
did pretty poorly at it.
Yeah.
We have all the evidence that shows that, and so I think doing it as a group and really realigning with other people
Right.
who maybe have the same goals is the way to
Yeah.
go forward, you know?
Because success isn't always measured in your bank account or how much
No.
money you make or your job title or your status in the community. For me, success is something more, you know. It's if my children are happy.
Yeah.
It's if I have a good marriage. It's if my relationship with the Lord is above everything else. It's, my beliefs. It's not going with my beliefs because other people don't believe that way. It's standing up for what I believe in. And, I think as a society we've lost that freedom.
Yeah.
We've lost that. We've started to work more, get paid less things are more expensive, and we measure our success by our bank account or our job title or what kind of car we drive or how big our house is or how nice it is. Is it in the home magazine? Like, is it? And I think we've lost touch with reality. That's what this is. This is bringing us back to what really matters, because at the end of the day, when the good Lord calls you home, you can't take any of that with you.
Nope. No. And I think for us, sharing what we're doing um, creates a really great level of accountability
For
for us
us,
too.
yes.
Um, the community, the homestead, if you want to join the homestead, it's on the website, thestrongpoint.com. Uh, if you join the homestead, there's also, it's a place for accountability and
Mhm.
responsibility as well as connection.
Yeah.
We're trying to we want to make space for people to
Yes.
do what they need to do,
Yeah.
with no judgment and with guidance.
Right.
And
And with freedom to feel however you feel, and yes, to be wherever you're at on this journey or the journey you're currently on, and to talk about things and just have people supporting you and have your back. And,
yeah,
for us, right now we just started. This is episode 0002.
yeah,
And this is an accountability thing for us. It holds us accountable to you all. And it's a big deal for us to get back to the norm.
yeah. So here's how it works. We are not gonna try and coach you. We're not gonna try and be mentors or
Mm.
anything like that. I know I said this in the first episode. I want to be super clear about it. Um, what we can do though is we can give you really small things
Mhm.
that we've done that has worked
Yeah.
really well. And we'll give you a lot of examples eventually of stuff we did that was terrible and did not work.
Yeah.
But we keep trying different
Mhm.
things because we want to reestablish that real connection. Because for us, it's about legacy. Like, what are we leaving? Not so much our kids, but what are we leaving the world in our kids?
Right.
Right? I'd love if the world is awesome for my kids, but I'd love even more if my kids are awesome for the world. If they can be very strong and resilient and kind and all the things that we are supposed to be that we're not, and I always say kids don't do what you say, they do what you do, and they see that,
They do.
right? And so, I think it's just super duper important for us to get to a place where we go, okay, we need to fix what we're doing, and then we need to coach in our own homes, our own families, into a place where we have direction and we have purpose.
Right. Yep. And I agree. It's about taking small steps. Like, you have to start.
Yeah.
If you feel it, like that this is for you, join.
Yeah.
You'll feel it. We felt it, and that's what led us to start this, because nobody else was going to.
Yeah.
And that was scary to jump off that cliff and invest all the money we did into it. And for me, it was. But I believe in it. I believe in the purpose, and I think it's needed. So what is, the strong point? Let's not get off on a tangent. So for us, the strong point is sovereign and disciplined, and there's a lot to it. It's course, it's values, it's who you are, it's who you want to become.
Yeah.
It's the way you live your life. It's You do not alter your course or your beliefs or your values for anything, no matter what. That's what the strong point is.
And then it's how do you fit that in, right?
Right.
If you already have a busy job and your kids are driving you insane, and then you have to drive as the taxi to every single
Yeah, we're doing that
extracurricular,
too. We know.
you know,
Yes.
like what how do you fit that in? How do you fit that into your
Yeah.
life? And so we started doing that. Um, we're gonna try and every episode give you guys some really practical things
Mhm.
that you can try and do. Foundationally, the first few episodes are probably gonna be about establishing core values, establishing what your beliefs internally in your
Uh,
house is, like what you guys believe, so that if you asked every person in the house, would they give the same answer, right? What is it that binds you guys together, that's the glue that
Yeah.
holds the family together, and that will give you as a
Right.
parent, for us, we set this up so that because we wanted to know in our heart of hearts that if our daughter went to a birthday party or to a skate rink or whatever it was, that she was going to make decisions based off
Our
what
value.
those
Mhm.
values were,
Yep.
right? And it scared us because we didn't even know what they were. And so
No.
it was like, so she's going to make decisions based
And
off
she made
whatever
some pretty poor choices, let's be
Jimmy and
honest.
Johnny. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that was
and
on
that
us.
really set us up for this. Like, she made some pretty poor choices, and we won't go into that. But
It was a wake up call.
it was a wake-up call because I thought she was innocent, and I had a halo over her head. Do not do that, whatever you do. I also let my son get away with everything. So, I'm learning to balance that, right? I'm learning to not interfere with my husband when he disciplines my son. That's hard because I'm mom, right? Mom wants to nurture and
And
protect.
I'm just trying to keep him alive
Yeah, but
because he's an animal.
I'm learning how to not interfere with that. So sometimes I have to walk away. Sometimes
Yeah.
I just have to go upstairs or I just have to walk away because so that I don't interfere, so that that mama bear doesn't come out and attack the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because it happens a lot. And so, like, for me, today's practical thing would be sometimes it's okay to walk away,
Yeah.
in a situation. Like, when you're in a situation and it's a high stress situation, or one of your kids is being disciplined, or you need to discipline one of your kids, like, it's okay to walk away for a second. Like, take a deep breath, walk away for a second. That's a
Yeah,
big
and
one for
I
me.
wanna just clarify, like, I don't do anything with my son discipline-wise when I'm angry anyway. He doesn't make me angry. He does a lot of stuff that I'm like, "He is trying to kill himself."
Yes.
And then I'm like, "Let's talk about this,"
Yeah,
so
for sure. No, you don't do
saying,
anything like that, but I'm saying as a mom
"Oh,
wants to
yeah,
defend
yeah."
her children even if you're just having a conversation with him, and sitting him down in timeout or whatever. I wanna get involved where I shouldn't get involved. So, for me, it's good to walk away sometimes and just let you have that conversation in that moment with him because you're raising him to be a man,
Yeah.
right? And a, contributor to society, a good person. And, yeah,
Yeah, and
so
that actually helps out with the challenge today, right? The challenge for this week is, what is your strong point, right? We want you to really be able to define that, um, like an internal creed almost. And I know we talked about the compass last episode. So this week, I want to be able to give you a challenge to say, hey, this week in your journal, this is what I want you to do specifically. I want you to take a page. I want you to go, these are the things, the next 3 things I'm going to do to start this journey. What are the 3 things, actionable things that you can do today that can change where this is going to go, right? For me, the very first thing I did is I deleted all of the alarms in my phone and I set one alarm for 5 a.m. and to get up and to go work out. I'm very lucky I have not a full gym, but I've got a gym kind of machine in my garage. And that got me started. But I made the decision to say, I'm not going to snooze my phone. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do it. Part of that reason is because my son is 4 and he's 80 pounds, and so I don't want him to be 6 and beat the crap out of me, potentially.
then he's not fat.
So,
He's
no, he's
3'10". He's a big
huge.
boy, yeah.
So, I wanna get back in shape. I used to be in incredible shape about 10 years ago. I know everybody says that, and I wanna get back to that. I want to be and I was like, "This is the one thing I can write down that is now gonna be an internal creed. This is the thing. I'm gonna get in shape. This is what shape looks like." I defined it very clearly for me, and then I gave it a timeline, and I said, "By the end of this year, I wanna be back to 220 pounds. I wanna be down to 14% body fat." Like very, very specific things that I can aim for, and then broke it down into smaller chunks that I could eat very slowly at a time, all the way down to December, right? Um, the second thing that we did is we said, okay, we need a routine before bedtime because what we do is we watch TV and then we get tired and then we fall asleep. And so before bedtime, we are doing our best. We're not perfect just yet, but we're shutting down everything about an hour before we go to bed. Um, We've read so much stuff about blue light and how it affects you before you go to bed, and it can disrupt your circadian rhythms. And so we're trying to minimize that. We're minimizing all kinds of snacks for the kids before bedtime for about an hour. We're spending more time as a family, or
Mm.
we're reading, or we're doing something, or just talking about our day, which has really changed a lot of the dynamic, I think, especially with Riley, where she's really at a point where she's almost opening up to us.
She
She's
is to me. Yeah.
talking a little bit about she wasn't talking to me about boys, but she's
Yeah.
talking a little bit about boys to you
Mhm.
now. And that's really the direction we wanna go in,
Right.
right? And then the third thing for us was how we ate, right? I guess about 4 years ago, I tried carnivore diet. I did carnivore for about 6 months. I lost a ton of weight, um, felt great, and then I my schedule completely changed to a night shift schedule because I changed jobs, and it wrecked it, like, completely. I went back eating whatever I wanted, flip-flops and all kinds of stuff, and then about 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago, we were talking and Danielle was having a lot of issues with, like, autoimmune stuff and stomach stuff and all that kinda stuff, and so she tried it, and she's still really
I'm
strict
100%
carnivore.
carnivore. Yeah.
Yeah, she will cheat 1 day a month, and then she'll eat strawberry cake. That's about it.
Oh, I do like
Yeah,
that.
and maybe some of Charlie's chicken or something like that.
Their honey mustard's good.
Yeah. So that was the 3 main things for us. We've had some stuff we added along the way. Um, but I think for 3 things, if you can start off with those 3 things and just go, and it doesn't have to be like crazy. You can just say, "Hey, I'm gonna start eating more vegetables
Mhm.
and less
No, don't do
carbohydrates,"
vegetables.
right?
Mm-mm, they're trying to kill you.
They are. But I think if you're doing small changes, right? Start off by just not eating
Keto maybe,
carbohydrates,
but
like no bread, no pasta,
yeah, no
no rice,
rice.
no potatoes.
Yeah.
Get all the processed stuff, really
Well,
a lot of processed stuff out. Um,
seed oils gotta go.
Seed oil's gotta go, more water,
Mhm.
right? So that's a good start, right? Just even if you just do one of those things
Yeah.
to start off
Seed
with,
oils would be my
small
number 1
steps.
choice
Yeah.
because that eliminates the rest because they all have seed oils in them.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yes, well, we'll talk about carnivore.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Um,
Then morning routine, super important. If you can figure out a way to design your mornings around what feeds you,
mm,
right? So don't wake up and be like, "Ugh," on my phone. Like wake up and maybe find some breathing exercises to start off the day with. Um, get some sunlight in your eyes,
mhm.
get some air, right? So get up a little bit early and maybe go for a walk or something,
Yeah.
and just something to get your juices flowing. And then instead of coffee first thing, have a
Glass of
8 ounces
water.
of water or whatever. You can still have your coffee later on, but start with the water. I mean, this is really small things that you can do, right? To just start off doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Get up and read your Bible. Get up and do a daily devotion.
yeah,
Get up, not on your phone, something on paper. Get up and, do something other than being hooked to your phone. Whatever that is. If you're a runner, go run. If you're a boxer, go box some, like in your garage if you have like a punching
yeah.
bag. Do something.
Do this, right? Look, every Sunday you get a pop-up or you get a push notification on your phone if you have an iPhone. It says this was your screen time for the last week,
Yeah.
right? And if it's more than 3 hours, like, you have a problem anyway, but unless you work on your phone,
Well,
which
it's
is
the
fine.
world of TikTok
Yeah,
and the world of all of that.
but take whatever it is and cut it by an hour,
Yep.
right,
Start
on
small.
average, and go, "Hey, I'm gonna cut this by an hour a day by next week."
Yeah.
And then find ways to do that. If you go into your socials and unfollow a bunch of stuff that's not feeding you, right?
Right.
If it's not giving you nutrition for your brain, then unfollow
Yeah,
it.
if you're not learning,
And
unfollow it.
yeah, I
Yep.
mean, listen to podcasts instead,
Yeah.
right? Or do something. Find a book
Or a
that you want to
book
read.
or yeah,
Yeah, I
anything.
mean, anything like that.
Music, good music, like
The most valuable thing that you can do right now is a digital detox,
mhm.
like, in such a massive way. And I know we have email and you have to use it for
Work.
work, and
Yeah.
everybody uses their phone for work. There's nobody on the planet that doesn't, right? But I think even if it's late at night, you cut an hour off or you cut 2 hours off if
Right.
you're trying to really inhibit some of that dopamine dependency that we have for it. Like, that's a small change that you can make.
Yeah.
So that would be my suggestions, for just this episode.
Yeah.
Find 3 things that are really powerful for you that you can say, "Okay, these are the 3 things I can commit to for the next 2 days."
Or even it could be spending time with your family,
Yeah,
quality time with your family.
yeah.
An hour a night where you ask your kids how was their day, before you're scrolling on your phone or before you're getting ready for the next day or thinking about everything you have left to do. Um, something like that. It could be something like that.
Yeah, the thing we learned with this the hard way was, like, this is like eating an elephant, right? So one small bite at a time.
Mhm.
So don't do too much starting off, and
No, you won't stick to it.
don't set a crazy goal for, like, in a month either.
Mm-mm.
Just go the next 2 days. If you
You
can go the next 2 days, you've started a streak, and now
right.
you're like, "Okay, I can do one more, I can do one more, I can do one more."
Yeah.
It's like walking a really
Just
long
do a
distance,
little bit at
just
a
one
time.
step. Yeah,
Do
one
a
step.
little bit at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not to change your life overnight. This is small chunks at a time, small bites at a time, not a chunk. Don't do no chunk. Or my strong point, sorry, that I am committed to is carnivore.
Yeah,
It's been that way for 4 years. I will not change it. I don't care what a doctor says. I don't care what anyone says. Carnivore.
yeah.
It is eliminated everything that I had wrong. And nobody will ever tell me that seed oils and and plants are healthy
Yeah.
ever again, or
No,
fruit.
no. The reason why this is so important is that it really goes back to what we're trying to establish. Like, we're trying to establish some sovereignty, ownership
Mhm.
of your life, and you take that back in the same way the government and the system took it from you, little by little, right?
Yeah.
Um, we want to be able to work on strength and not just physical strength,
Mhm.
mental
Mental.
strength,
Yeah.
emotional strength, um, resilience. We want to be able to work on the legacy that we're leaving. We want our kids to see this. That's the highest level of accountability. Tell your kids you're doing this. I promise you, you will do it. You will keep doing it because when
Yeah.
your kids know they have no filter and they are mean and they will tell you,
Yeah.
no problem when you're cheating. My son, if he hears me rustle any paper in the fridge at night, he'll
He
go,
tells me.
"Mama, daddy's eating junk." And I'm never eating junk anymore. Like, I've been very good for the last little while.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge accountability to being called out by your kids.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially a 4-year-old
yeah,
who
yeah,
misses junk for
yeah.
sure.
And it's so important. Like, don't forget that, like, purpose specifically cannot coexist with comfort.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't exist.
No.
Outside of your comfort zone is where you're gonna find
Well,
direction.
and nothing good ever came from your comfort zone. It's when you
None.
step out of it that something good happens, that
Yeah.
you find out who you are and what you're made of.
Yeah, it's like that meme. It's like, "No good story ever started with a salad," right?
No.
No, like, no good st
Actually, I've had some pretty daggone good
That's true
salads,
too.
so
But you have to
back in the
take a
day.
step. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to muster the courage, right? And if you don't have the courage, just pretend that you have the courage and just take that step and say, you know what? Even if you're by yourself, if you're single, you're married, it doesn't matter. If you have no support from your family to do this, I promise you, when they see you start doing it, it's going to be tough starting out because they might
No.
dissuade you and they might give you
They're
crap
gonna
for it,
see the change
but they will eventually
come
jump on
around.
board and
Yeah.
go, hey, you know what? It's really affecting him or her, right? If you're single, the same thing. Forget about what people say. Forget about what people
And
think.
honestly, if you're single, that's great for you because you're gonna find the right person too.
Yeah.
This will help with that,
Yeah.
because you'll know what you're looking for, what your values are, what your core is, all of that. That's gonna help you find a life partner.
Yeah.
Um,
A huge mistake I see people make now
yeah.
is they don't spend the time to figure out who they are,
Mhm.
right? And then they get into a relationship, and then 6 months later, they make a TikTok or a video about how poorly they were treated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, you went to the table not knowing your value. Then you let them decide your value. Then you're mad about what they thought your value was when they didn't know you.
Right.
Like, that's on you, bro. Like, you're supposed to come to the table saying, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what my future looks like. What do you have to offer? Right?
Yes.
Where are you at?
Yep.
Now it's a negotiation. You can't just show up and be like, hey, this is me. I'm not really sure anything. And then they go, okay, well, this is what I understand from you.
Yeah.
This is where that value's on my scale. And then get mad when people don't treat you right. That's not a thing.
No.
Right? That's unfair. You have to manage your expectations and other people's expectations around it.
Yeah.
You can't expect that from people to figure you out if you're not even willing to do it. So that's the where we're at. But this is a community. This is a movement to go, hey, we wanna band together and everybody help everybody else figure out where we're at, where we want to go, what is our purpose, what can we do to help you get there, right?
Yeah.
Is there a connection that I might have that can help somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Or a connection you have that might help us in what we're trying to do.
Right.
Like, I think that's what this is. It's not um trying to teach people. I'm definitely not. I'm telling you guys what
No,
we did. We're telling you where we're at, and we just want to share the journey with people.
yeah. Right. Couldn't agree more. For sure. One of my goals, if you want to call it, or strong points that I'm trying to change is I get so frustrated with my kids. They frustrate the living daylights out of me sometimes. Because it's always mom, 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 and I just work 10 hours. I'm tired. I just want to be, relax and be left alone for a few minutes when I get home. So for me, I'm challenging myself this week to really be more present, for them because they need me to. It doesn't matter that I work 10 hours. It doesn't matter that I'm tired. It doesn't matter. They hadn't seen me all day, and they want to share their life with me. And I should be excited about that. So instead of getting frustrated, like, just give me 5 minutes, please, I'm going to be more there, more present, and more receptive to that,
Yeah, it's an adjustment to them too
It
because
is.
we have to teach them how to manage their expectation as well, right?
Yeah.
Like RJ's 4, so it's tough for him. He's crazy affectionate, so he wants to be on top of her and hugging her and kissing her, but he's also 80 pounds,
Yeah. And I
and
did
so
I did nursing till he
he
was
can
3.
yeah, so he'll crush you if he
Yeah.
jumps on you.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's really making the effort to figure it out.
Yeah.
Was the hard part, like, for us, and it's every day is a conscious thing to go, "Okay, I'm on my way home from work. I wanna be present. What am I gonna do?"
And you're not
Right?
gonna succeed every day. Let me make that
Nope.
perfectly clear.
No.
By no means are you gonna succeed every day. There's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be great days. You're not gonna succeed every day, and you're not gonna do it every day. You're gonna fail sometimes, and that's what this is about. It's okay to fail. It's about getting back up and
Yeah.
retrying. We're all gonna have setbacks,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
It's just life.
it's getting up and doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that was hard. I think that was the hard thing for us. It took a few months of talking about it, and like, "Oh, yeah, we need to make this change. We need to make that change." And it's crazy because everybody we talk to, like, we talk to a lot of people, friends of ours. Everybody is frustrated with what's going on. Everybody is annoyed. Everybody can tell you all the reasons
But
why,
nobody's
how we
doing
got
anything
here,
about it.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, we let the government do this, and we let these
Yeah.
people do that, and then we let these people, and then all these people voted for this person, and then these people voted for that person,
Yeah.
and then they took all our rights, and then they're trying to do this. And everybody can tell you all the things that got us to where we are, right?
But nobody
And then the
does
minute
anything.
you go, okay, what do we do about it?
Nobody knows.
Nobody can give you an answer. Well, you have to call your senator. No, because he doesn't care.
No.
The job, let's make this very, very simple. The only job an elected official in Washington has once they get elected from day one is reelection. That's it. That's their
Absolutely.
job,
And to
right?
make as much money as they can off
So
of
we can't just be like, oh, well, someone will do it for us. It's not gonna happen.
We have to be the
Yeah,
change we wish to see in the world. We have to be that. If it's
yeah.
not us, who is it gonna be?
So get up, do it, hold us accountable.
Hmm.
We'll hold you guys accountable. Go on the webpage. It's
Yes,
thestrongpoint.com.
www.thestrongpoint.com. Please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe and leave a comment, a review, even if it's one word.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate that. Our next episode, we will unpack the core values and what shaped the entire movement. So definitely don't miss it. It's going to be a good one. If we stay on script, this one I tried a little bit more to stay on script. But it's very hard to do. So definitely do some reflection this week. What's your strong point? What principles for you are non-negotiable? Journal it down and make sure to join our homestead community on www.thestrongpoint.com. And there you can interact with us
Yeah.
or other members of the community. And
Yeah. Sign up for the newsletter, read the
yeah,
blog.
like,
You can contact us on the contact page. If you hit Homestead at the top, it'll actually take you to a place that you can sign up for the Homestead community, which
yes,
is the very basic first steps of the community that we're building. So
yeah,
right now, if you sign up, there's only very few members.
yeah.
It's a place for everybody to interact, to post
You are the
accountability,
origins.
to
And then
post stories.
post your personal creed to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere, and tag at the Strong Point HQ. Again, at the Strong Point HQ. We will be doing some cool giveaways soon for those of you that do that. Make sure you join, comment, share. We appreciate the love. Let's get back to how it was and
Yeah.
how it should be.
We love you
And
guys.
yeah,
Please, the challenge for this week, one more time. I need three things. I
mhm,
need you to write down
that are
three things,
non-negotiable.
non-negotiable things you're changing now,
Yes.
right now. Actionable things that you can do every single day. It doesn't have to completely throw off your whole schedule.
No.
Just three things that you can do.
Yep.
And you put that on our Instagram, the Strongpoint HQ. You can put it on our Twitter, which is T Strongpoint HQ, on Facebook, the Strongpoint. You can even send it to us in an email or at info@thestrongpoint.com or in our contact sheet. Check out the store. Check out the book is on Amazon. It's just the Strongpoint book. Like we want to connect with you guys. We want to make sure that
You
there's
have the
value.
tools, yeah, that you
Yeah.
need.
If there's no value in this,
Why are we
like
doing it?
we don't want to do it.
No.
Like we want to be able to know that we touched someone's life or we inspired someone to do something or
Yeah,
we got somebody to just take that very first step.
yeah,
And I don't care what you do after that. If you follow a program or subscribe to a guru that's going to guide you or some mentor, that's awesome. Please do that. Right? But take that first step.
yeah,
Do that first thing, whatever it is.
yep.
Just do that first thing. We love you guys. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys next time. And stay strong and stay
Resilient.
resilient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.